I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the Tahoe close, it starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, I'm Evelyn. I'm part of the beauty influencer. I do a lot of makeup videos, product reviews, and all that other jazz. You know what comes with the territory. So in today's video, I am going to show you how to do graphic liners. This is something you probably won't see every day you can do, but it's definitely is very much into trend, and you can definitely nail this look on like a nice party or even like an evening out with your friends or something. I don't know if you can do this every day, unless you want to, it's entirely up to you, but you can definitely nail this look for a good evening party or even like an afternoon brunch or something like this. So if you want to see how to create this look, you have to carry on watching this video. However, before you leave, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so every time I'm posting a video you will get a notification. And yeah, so just want to say a huge thank you for all the love and support you guys are giving me on my previous videos, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and thank you so much for all the love you guys giving me. And let's just get into this video now. Bye.
Hey beautiful people, so we are going to begin with the eyes for this look first. With the graphic liners, it's always best to do your eyes first. So I already did my brows and I used my Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil, and for my first liner, or just to create the first wing, I'm going to use my Maybelline Gel Studio gel liner. This is one of my favorites drugstore gel liners. It's so good. Actually, in fact, this is the only one I really like in a gel form. It is super easy to work with. It's so intense black. It's amazing. And when you're doing graphic liners, it's best to use the brush which is as tiny and slim as possible, and do small strokes so you have more controlled when you're creating a wing, or when you're carving your second wing, or doing whatever you want to do with your graphic liner. So I'm using actually a very small tiny detailed, it's actually a nail brush, it's a nail art brush. It's very fine, which gave me more control, and I can go as thin as I wanted, and I can build the thickness as much as I wanted. So for this look, I wanted my graphic liner to be looking like two colors, because I wanted to match with my top, and I wanted to also add a bit of a pop. So when you do graphic liners, a lot of people get really scared with the negative space, thinking, oh, it's gonna look weird. But believe me, if it looks really good, you can really rock this look. So for the blue, I'm using Tarte Cosmetics Clay Pot Liner, and this is in shade Unicorn. This is not something a new product from Tarte. It's been there for a while, and it came, I think it came a couple of years ago, and it came in quite a few different colors. So I'm using the blue color, and I'm going to create another wing just above the black one. For my primer, I use my First Aid Beauty coconut moisturizing primer, all both together kind of thing. And for my foundation, I'm using Wet n Wild Photo Focus Finish foundation. When I used this foundation first time, I hated it. I literally hated it. It was so weird. The reason I hated it is just because I applied it with the Blendiful, and I don't think so this works with the Blendiful. This shade is a little bit lighter for me. That's why I'm adding MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear Concealer in shade NC45. It's just because of this COVID-19 virus scary lockdown moment. I haven't been out and I couldn't pick up the darker shade. So but this is what you can do. If your foundation is too light for your skin, you can add a darker foundation to make your own color, or you can add a darker concealer. So I've added the concealer and I'm going to blend this with my beauty blender. I learned my lesson. This particular foundation, I don't know about others, but for me it didn't work with Blendiful. It just looked really thin, like very watery. I hated it. But with the beauty blender, it was perfect. I'm using Makeup Revolution concealers. This is in shade number C5 and C8, and I'm going to use both of them. C8 is a little bit darker than C5, and that's why I'm going to use that more close to my under eye area, and for rest of the face where I want to be a little bit more brightened, I'm going to use C5. I believe I can even get away with C10 for my under eye area. Even I feel like a C8 is a little bit lighter for me, especially for the dark circles, concealing and stuff like that. But I am in love with this concealer. It's just really good. For my contour, I'm using my RCMA Foundation palette, and I'm going to just pick up few darker shades of the foundation, and mix all of them together to create the kind of contour color I want. And I'm going to put this on all the usual areas, and also going to do my nose contouring using the same product. I'm using my Artis Elite Oval brush to do this. Now I'm just going to blend everything with my beauty blender, and I'm just going the other thing I want to give you a tip is, if you want your concealer not to move, let them sit on your face for a little while, like for a minute or so, and then start blending. Believe me, your concealer will stay all day long. It won't move, or it won't budge or crease or anything. Now I'm just going to take just gonna blend my T-zone above my brows. I like to highlight, kind of like brighten up above my arch area. It just really makes my brows to stand out. To blend my contour, I'm using this puffer brush from Zoeva. This is not the one I use for the Milk Makeup. This is a different one. This is also called a buffer brush. But it's more like a precise buffing kind of thing, and I'm just gonna buff this out with using this brush. For my blush, I'm using Nars Cosmetics liquid blush in shade Dolce Vita or something. I think it's Dolce Vita. I think so. I will write down all the shades in the description box below. I'm also going to make sure all my face is crease proof before I go and start setting it with my setting powders. For my under eye area, I'm going to use this Covergirl CG Smoothers translucent pressed powder. This is becoming my favorite. This is so good. It's very lightweight and it's very fine, and it really doesn't make your under eye area creased, which is amazing. For rest of my face, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless powder, and this is in shade medium, and I'm going to apply and I'm going to apply this using my Blendiful. For setting powders, Blendiful is the most amazing tool you can find when you set your face. And if you're using a Blendiful, oh my god, it's just your makeup like next level. For my contour like setting, I'm using for this I'm actually using Physician Formula's butter bronzer. This is the one I use for this particular look. Is the set with Physician Formula collaboration with Cassie Holmes. I also use the highlighter and a little bit blush from the same palette. For my lower lash line, I wanted my inner corner to look quite open and big, hence the reason I'm going to create like an inner wing on my lower lash line using the blue color, and also going to merge this with black. So you want to make sure you have a nice blend going on between blue and black, so it looks like the black and then turning into a blue kind of thing. For my waterline, I'm using Colourpop Cosmetics eye pencil, and this is in shade black. I used the highlighter from the same Physician formula set with collaboration with Cassie Holmes, so it's kind of like a butter highlighter, I think. So I only use that particular set just to do my bronzing, my top up of my like cream blush, and also the highlighter. For my lips, I'm using my favorite Essence plumping lip gloss, and this is in a shade called She's So Extra. Absolutely favorites. If you haven't seen my full review and video about my lip glosses, I will link in the description box below, or just put a card somewhere in the video here so you can check it out. It's one of my favorite lip glosses. For my mascara, I'm using L'Oreal Superstay Voluminize mascara, and to set everything in place, I'm going to use Elf Cosmetics Dewy Setting Mist. And yeah, that's about it. I didn't apply any falsies for this look. Just wanted to be more like my own lashes kind of thing. And there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this look. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I shall see you guys next time. Take care, love you all, and stay safe. Bye.